solid players represented from all over the place. We saw in last game the skills and the shooting skills of all these guys with any type of scope. Red dot, 6x, doesn't matter. These guys are beasts.
Talking about military base, some people could actually go ahead and go military base from here, and they could also go Novo. Now, teams that like to go Georgeport, more than likely what you're gonna go ahead and see is you're gonna see teams getting into a car with no loot whatsoever and just driving up to those areas so they can loot up as much as they can.
That's right. You've got, speaking of kind of map position here, we talked about the choke points in the two bridges on the southern part of the map. Very, very difficult to transition between the middle part of the map and the southern part, and the zone really dictates when you have to rotate. Now, the northern part, while it is a little bit segregated, it's not nearly as segregated as the southern part. The northern part has probably 6 different routes to get across, so it's unlikely that you're going to be camped there on the bridges or the land passings up there by Stalber.
And it seems like nobody wants to go there, just Naya or Mansion, which can be quite divine. But a lot of teams, look at this. A lot of teams going there to military base in Novo, and oh my goodness, look at that view.
You saw the players all up there. You're going to see them get knocked out one by one. We'll see how quickly they want to keep their face up on that board, I'm having a feeling.
And BRK here right behind Team Terror from India. Terror decides, you know what, I see a team behind us, let's just not go there. And BRK actually not going to Pochinki. Interesting plays there by him. They're more than likely going to go ahead and just try to play it safe from the get-go, see where all the teams are going to be landing, and then just try to adjust their strategy. That's more than likely something we're going to see from a lot of teams here.
Hey, Pubg, can we get Watertown's name on that map there? It needs some love. Watertown, we absolutely love it. So we're going to see some people looting up here. We've got BRK from South America looting up right away in Watertown, and they are all alone.
Watertown, I actually don't see many teams looting here. The loot quality is not up to standard, and as I say that, he does find pretty much an MP9 and a Tommy gun, which those guns can be really, really good up close. And talking about, was that Wildcard and Fandy already gonna go ahead and just pretty much find it out? Full send?
We'll see. We've got some action here. It looks like Wildcard dropped into Primorsk down in the southwestern part of the map, and we also have some company down there. Hot Jukes and Seagut looking out the window at Fandy. She's thinking probably the right way. Let's get the heck out of here.
And Fandy already has an AKM. Oh my goodness, she's looking out for some action there. You can't peek for too long, because as Hot Joke said, if you peek, you're more than likely gonna die, especially against Wildcard. So it's something to go ahead and take a look at. And look at this, Cloud9 decides to go Yasnaya instead of Novo. That's something that I have not seen them do before.
Novo was definitely a ways away, and then we're going to have to compete for a car to get over there. As you remember, wow, here we go. We're going to transition to action right away. Outsider putting some really lethal shots there onto Fandy, and they are going to advance and try to press their advantage here.
Fandy more than likely telling her team, you know what, I'm getting shot, I'm going to need some help. Fandy very, very low there as Outsider is able to go ahead and just pretty much knock her out there with the UMP. Outsider being able to go ahead and just say, okay, that might be 15 points for us right there, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right, 15 points on the board. Fandy, the first player knocked out of the game. It looks like 79 alive at this point, but all 20 teams still remaining. Full send, still with 3 players. They can make anything happen here in Primorsk.
And these teams, even though they are trying to maybe engage, they're also trying to loot up. As we can see there, Katarina just with the shotgun out in the middle of nowhere, pretty much trying to finding an AR or an SMG, something that she can actually go ahead and use mid-range. And look at this, talking about Novo, there is 2 teams here, as we got LHW, and we also have Team 17. And they're just pretty much looting it up. Actually, oh wow,
Korea winner chicken dinner,
for a second.
It looks like Illuminate is going at it with the Team Galaxy. Kong going down early, and he will be the second player eliminated for Team Galaxy representing Samsung.
And Illuminate, the winners of the exhibition match, they're more than likely going to go ahead and still try to ride that wave and get that
Dude, you forgot your weapons, my friend. Go back and get some weapons.
He's saying, you know what, I think I'm going to have to go somewhere else. Illuminate is right there. We don't want any of that this early on. It is way too early, and this man has a DP. I know a couple players there that use DP. Mortal comes to mind.
Dudu's like, yo, this UAZ is right up my alley. We do have a real-life UAZ parked out back of the studio, so those here definitely need to go check that out. But wow, Zers, we got action here in Novorotnoye. LHW taking on Korea winner Chicken Dinner, 2 high-powered teams from Asia.
Korean winner chicken dinner, just pretty much with the player down. Are they gonna go ahead and try to pick him up right away? LH just waiting patiently. He knows somebody's behind him, and great place here by him as he's on top of the roof. He's gonna be able to see a lot more.
Look at those shots.
That. My goodness, accurate shots there with the M4. Now they're gonna go ahead and just start pushing and finishing up these kills because it is 15 points per kills, and you're more than likely gonna hear me say that again and again. Just to remind you, the jukes there. The jukes were on point for a second there.
Justice getting a knock there on Zen, but as return fire coming in, it looks like LZD coming up, taking him out. And that is the first team off the board. Korea winner chicken dinner out early in Novo. LH Doyu was China's #1 finishing team, and they're showing why they are such right here in the tournament.
In this zone, Pachinki, George Paul, all that, Novo and Military outside that zone, something to go ahead and keep an eye out on because they are going to have to go through either the bridges, as we were mentioning earlier, or just get on a boat, or I don't know who else. Maybe they're going to try to swim, which is really not recommended.
You know, we saw EVOS and Cloud9 in the build-up to this game talk about a little bit of a rivalry. EVOS saying they aren't scared. Well, they're going to have an opportunity to show exactly how not scared they are of Cloud9. They are both occupying Yasnaya, one in the east, one in the west, but it's going to be interesting to see if they choose to engage early, or will they bounce out and try to rotate around to get better placement in the next zone.
And look at Hero right here. My goodness, that man's got some cojones because he's out in the middle of nowhere and rushing towards a full team that's more than likely already has a gun to their name.
His squad's behind him as well, though. Hero pushing into Severny right now, trying to catch these guys off guard. We'll see if he's actually able to accomplish that. It doesn't look like he even knows anyone is there. A full squad, it looks like Team GG gamers from the Middle East. They are sitting and waiting, looting up. Severny was pretty close to that plane path, but it looks like they could see some action here shortly.
Yeah, and Hero does have this car automatic rifle, so if he does need to go ahead and engage, he will be able to maybe take out more than one against that team. And look at this. Hero's pretty much telling his team, you know what? I think there's somebody here. Please come and help me out. I
Doc's
think we
out
can
for
maybe
a
wipe
jog.
him out.
Doc is out for a jog. It looks like Hero is just out getting some exercise up north right now. GG looking pretty strong, getting that loot. We got Majed. He's getting that top looter there. Not much
getting
left.
those smokes too. We're gonna see a lot of teams just trying to get as many smokes, especially towards the end of the game. And look at this, Sam already got a little bit hurt there. Here comes a grenade from EVOS trying to catch Sam. 2 grenades, backing it up there. Kobe, baby, is he gonna be able to get him? Ooh, no, Sam actually, you know what? Sam noticed that and he backs up a little bit. But
wow.
This is pretty much gonna sit the engagement
knocked and under fire. They're trying to pick up Sam. Evo's on the advantage early, and they know they're going up against Cloud9, but Rolex coming out of the window and knocking one of the Evo's players on top. Both teams have knocked players, but unfortunately, Nade's doing damage to Sam, and Cloud9's top player is on his knees right now begging for some help.
And as we see here, Carnage is pretty much just trying to go around. They don't want to sacrifice a player just yet. They need to go ahead and pick him up, and that's exactly what they're doing. If for some reason Evo's decided to go ahead and push this, at least they also have Kodo for Cloud9 as backup as well.
That's great rotation there from Cloud9, using the buildings for cover, going all the way around the long way, but also timing it so that they did arrive in time. Rolex again putting out some suppressing fire. They're holding Evos in their place, making it so they are unable to take advantage of their advantage in this situation.
And talking about the smokes, here comes the smokes. You're pretty much giving Sam some room to be able to move, just back up a little bit, and it seems that's exactly what Cloud9 is doing. But look at Rolex. Rolex hasn't even moved a bit. Rolex, there you go. Now he more than likely heard his team saying, you know what, let's not engage that. We already know who that team is. Maybe let's wait it out towards the end there.
No need to fight against one of the stronger teams right off the bat here. They decide to fight another day, but good job to them by getting their player up out of harm's way early. Now they know where they stand, they know who's near them, and they know where they have to rotate. Rolex did a great job sitting on point there on the building, really holding Evos in place, making sure none of them could peek efficiently as he got that early knock, and then also covering them on their retreat, making sure his team was out of harm's way before he himself fell back.
And look at that zone right there. Still, oh my goodness, that zone has nobody in it, so that's actually good for all the teams. I have actually got caught a little bit on that bombing zone, and it is not fun. You can actually go ahead and lose all of your players from that bombing zone.
Keep me away from that thing, man. I do not have good luck with that red zone. If I'm in it, I'm a dead man.
Let us know in the comments. You currently watching at home, have you ever died to the bombing zone? Yes or no? Definitely let me know, as we see CPT here just trying to gather around, actually, because Japan the Japanese team might be coming. And as we're seeing that, here comes the shots as well, pretty much with the
Saved
UMP.
by Pan. Did you see that bullet go off his pan? He's getting shot from 2 directions right now. Look at this BTR cruising on by. All kinds of cars in tow here. Japan firing.
Oh, barely being able to get over the mountain. Oh my goodness, he could, if he would have went down there, it would have been game over for that player. And Wildcard with the DP28, Hot Jukes, my man, he's more than likely going to be looking to get a sniper rifle. And Siga just driving around trying to throw him off, as we do have Wildcard against Full Send. And here we go. Siga says, you know what, let me go ahead and jump out. There you go. There goes one outsider being able to go ahead and take out Katarina.
They're going for the points early. They wanted to be aggressive. They knew which team they had on their hands with the early knock on Fandy, and you know they're going to try to wipe them before clearing out of her board.
Oh, look at this, though. Exclusive being able to go ahead and take Hot Jukes. Hot Jukes got a little bit careless there, pushed a little bit too much by himself, and he gets taken out of the game. But Wildcard coming in and then just taking full revenge for that. They pretty much just destroy them, but Hot Jukes.
Maybe getting a little too confident coming up the stairs there, trying to push the advantage. Exclusive taking him down and getting the easy finish. Definitely a situation where you got to wait for your teammates on that one, so you have more than one person coming up those stairs.
Full Send there. Now back-to-back games that they take out players that we really didn't expect to go down that early. Hot Jukes, a huge hurt there for Wildcard, as we see the zone coming in now. And we also see an airdrop smack down the middle towards Pochinki. Is anybody going to go ahead and go for that? Because the AWM is in it, and as we're talking about it, look at that. The M249, level 3 military vest, all that good stuff.
Yeah, this is looking really solid for a lot of the teams. You can see the meta is kind of developing right now. A lot of early rotations, not as much edge play here. We do have a lot of terrain, though, for teams to kind of find their own place and nestle in here for the second circle. But for the most part, not a whole lot of teams on the outside right now. Everybody vying for position early.
Yeah, everybody more than likely just waiting a little bit longer. They don't want to engage this early. And if they do engage, as we saw early there between Evos and Cloud9, one player gets knocked down, another player gets knocked down, pick them up, and you know, say, not right now. Let's wait towards the end. And talking about Cloud9, look at Carnage right here, just riding along with, they're actually doing the 2-car strategy. That's something that I've been seeing a lot more in PUBG Mobile. Teams just pretty much getting on the 2 cars, and now we start to hear those shots there from Cloud9. Cloud9 trying to get somebody. We weren't able to see it there. I think it was the Japanese team. Here goes the shots. They could always also go for just pretty much exploding that car.
They definitely could. But look at this. They just drove right on top of CPT, who was waiting for him at the compound here, quickly veering away. Cloud9 says, nah, we weren't ready for that one. They had wasted a lot of ammo on Japan across the field here, and they definitely weren't ready to stumble across the full squad who was waiting for them.
And BRK finds themselves in an interesting spot here, as all of them are inside the exact same building. Baraka is still alive as well. Here comes Cloud9. Caveira is able to see him. He's gonna go ahead and take it down. He starts shooting. He does. He's able to go ahead and take one down, but he gets taken out himself. And Sam right here just pretty much picking up some as well. They're now gonna go ahead and lay down, try to heal up as fast as they can.
Look at that. Bigatron up at the castle, actually third party in this fight. Really solid play from them. Cloud9 in trouble. BRK in trouble. Will Bigatron take advantage of the situation and push in?
And Baraka here with the AKM just pre-firing as much as he can. He is by himself here. He needs to go ahead and get out of the spot. He's able to go ahead and take out Kano there. He's going to keep on shooting. He takes out another man. BRK taking people out left and right.
Look at that. Baraka finishing off Kodo. He is down and out. Carnage, Sam, both trying to get back into the fight here. It looks like Rolex has been hit as well. This is trouble for C9. Rolex out of the game early. Kodo out of the game early.
Sam plus one takes one out.
Sam's down.
Taking out himself. BRK on the defense here, as now Cloud9 is starting to push and just pretty much destroy him there. Bad plays by Baraka.
And down they go. Cloud9 out early for North America. Huge plays there from BRK. Baraka getting some kills. Caveira getting some kills. Zod doing his thing. Really nice work from the South American squad.
Give that man an AKM every single match. My goodness, that got me hyped. BRK is showing that, hey, we are the #1 South American team for a reason, baby. We're here to win this, and they just pretty much took out the first team, the #1 team from NA, North America, Cloud9.
Absolutely. What they need to do is send a thank you card to Bigatron over there, Indonesia's team. Drop it in the third party on Cloud9 right when they got on scene. I feel a little bit bad for Cloud9. Every time they got into a fight early, they ended up stumbling across another squad. First it was Japan and they stumbled across CPT. Then it was Bigatron taking on that fight there with BRK.
Definitely GTOU there, just trying not to get killed once again by that Bami-san. That Bami-san can be annoying sometimes, especially if you're trying to work on positioning. Look at this. They decide, you know what, let's go ahead and put the car inside the compound. That way nobody shoots the tires and we can still maybe get out like bandits.
You got LH Doyu down in the south still, making their way in from Novo Noye. They are in the zone. They are boosted up and healing. But other than that, everyone else safe. We got teams moving in, and we got action here. We got Terror from India taking on Arab Madness here from the Middle East.
Terror from India telling them, hey, namaste, we are here to win, baby. Let's see what you'll got. Look at this, man, using the lean option there with the Scar. Scar actually becoming a really, really good weapon. There we go. Team Terror being able to go ahead and take out 2 there.
Nice job from Anand there, getting the kill on Alalanzi from Arab Madness. And look at that, peek in the window, gets shot in the face of Meat, putting down those AK shots across the building.
Gotcha, baby. Go back to the lobby and wait for the next game, as now they are in a very bad spot. Team Terror, if they decide, they could actually go ahead and push like they pushed that first building and able to go ahead and clean up everybody on that second building there, because they are so far behind. More than likely, they are going to go ahead and try to sacrifice that player.
Arab Madness in trouble right now, but one thing they do have going for them is there is no one from Terror flanking or really spreading out at all. They are susceptible to grenades right now, so this could be interesting as they try to pick up their teammate.
And King just waiting patiently. He's trying to pretty much stay away from the windows, giving his team enough time to see if they are going to go ahead and try to risk it, pick him up. But as you're seeing right now, they are fully outnumbered. Team Terror has 4 of them, and Arab Madness only has 2 players. I wonder if they're going to go ahead and still try to engage this, or just back up and go for placing, ladies and gentlemen, as Zakria waiting patiently for somebody to go ahead and peek with that Scar. I'm seeing a lot of Scars on this first game.
Loving the Scar as of late. It's one of my personal favorites as of late. And, man, really good stuff here by India, holding them back, keeping Arab Madness from going up and saving their man King. Really kind of frozen in place right now. Knight's not doing anything as far as advancing. We do have action elsewhere. GT Doyu finally making their way in here, and it looks like they are taking on, it looks like the Kuwaiti team. We've got the GG Gamers out in the field here. GT Doyu is content to group up at the compound here and get that secure position and lay down some shots on the field.
It seems like they just wanted to go in there, loot up as soon as they can, and back up. They did throw those smokes to say, not yet, we are not ready to engage. You wait a little bit longer, and they were able to actually go ahead and get a good loot. And look at the, oh my goodness.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
What a hard shift here, and look at this. Galaxy has already made the rotation up there, and they are again missing a player, but they were able to find themselves in a very advantageous position right now.
That map brought to you by Samsung Galaxy Note 9, and now it looks like Team Terror from India is starting to push slowly. They know they only have 2 players. Look at this, BRK team has 3 alive. Arab Madness only actually has 2. It looks like King died throughout the process.
They let him bleed out, didn't they?
Yeah, they just had to sacrifice him. They pretty much weighed out the options. They say, if we go there, more than likely, we are just going to go ahead and get absolutely destroyed. So let's just wait for them to push us instead.
A couple of your big name teams, RRQ Athena, Thailand's top team here, and then we also have Evos again from Thailand. Both of those guys still at full strength, even after an early engagement with Cloud9 in the case of Evos. And
I'm actually loving the way Team Terror is pushing this. All at the same time. You don't see anybody just waiting behind. They know they got the numbers. They know they pretty much just need to be able to see where they're at. I think right now they still think that they're inside the building, but Arab Madness is just waiting patiently.
Here.
Yeah, using that third-person perspective to their advantage, ladies and gentlemen. This is what happens. They gotta watch out. They don't want to get third party. There could be another team comes around and gets them from behind for Team Terror. And here comes the shots. Team Terror just pretty much trying to get a reaction. That's something that we kind of see sometimes as well. And there you go. Now that we're able to spot them, now they know exactly where they're at. You're going to start hearing those call-outs. They're going to say they're outside the building towards the back, waiting patiently. Arab Madness Knight just says, you know what? Now they see me. time to move on. Let's go ahead and use this bush wikis to our advantage.
They were trying to use the element of surprise there. You saw them on both corners of that lower story, and they were trying to get a push from Terra, but Terra taking it very cautiously, very methodically, pushing up just a little bit at a time, shifting our attention to GT. They are taking on Bigatron right now, getting some great shots in. They've got one down on the field, and they are in trouble. Speaking of Bigatron there from Indonesia.
And you gotta watch out because I saw Wildcard there towards the end, and look at this. GTOU says, you know what? It doesn't matter how far away you are, we're still gonna shoot at you. We need the kills. Interesting stuff. They're deciding not to go ahead and blow up the cars here.
Now they've got that DP, and they're going to leave that car alive. The DP is absolutely one of the weapons that the Asian players tend to prefer, and it's definitely not something you're seeing in the meta in North America right now, although I do feel it's probably one of the most underrated weapons out there. The DP is an absolute beast.
Love that gun. It shreds vehicles. The only problem is that it does take a little bit longer to reload, so if you do end up using that gun, you more than likely want to go ahead and have another AR or an SMG, something that shoots fast. That way you can go ahead and switch between them, and look at these shots right here. Steady shots now. Now they're starting to take off the tires of that car. They're saying, you know what? Oh my goodness. Look at Outsider 9K here.
Outsider's
moving up slowly. Being a little shark.
Wildcard on the aggressive per their MO. This is a really interesting move right now. This team has no idea they're there. So here we see him moving around, trying to get position. Will he make enough noise? It looks like they are aware of the presence.
Oh, he noticed Siga get some shots.
Siga going down.
Siga in the water.
Doesn't pay off there for Wildcard. They lose a second member. Hot Jukes and Siga will join each other in PUBG heaven.
And now Outsider 9K saying, you know what? This might not be worth it, ladies and gentlemen. I could get on that boat and just run away.
I think that boat is certain death right now. Wildcard, an interesting choice to go across that river at that time, but it looks like right now, is that Terror going across? It is. They decided to disengage with Arab Madness, and they're content to move on.
Terror. That was risky. They just pretty much went between all those teams and said, you know what? We're just going to take the risk. And right here we see Siga just going down. If you're in the water and you get knocked down, you're not going to be able to get revived. You're just automatically going to go ahead and die.
They tried to take advantage of the distraction, these two squads fighting each other, and unfortunately they swam directly in the line of sight here of a firefight that was going on. Other than that, maybe he would have gotten lucky there, but Siga goes down, and there's still 16 teams on the board, so everyone here is still in it, but you're going to see Wildcard start to play for position most likely and probably cut back on some of the aggressive play.
Definitely, we saw Team Japan there just waiting patiently, starting to move that car around, and look at this. We got BRK still in the same spot where they were able to go ahead and take out Cloud9. And more than likely, I noticed that Sod K already has been damaged a little bit, so they know the exact position here in Caveira, which came in huge with the AKM earlier, just waiting patiently and letting them get a little bit closer.
This is an interesting compound to hold. This is definitely not one of your popular hotspots as far as big compounds to hold, mostly one-story buildings here, and you even saw Team BRK hanging out in a shack a little bit earlier, but it paid off for them. They were able to wipe Cloud9, and here you see Terror getting hit a little bit by Torty. This is the Russian bot from up in the hills.
Team
got
Terror
a real scrum going
Japan.
on.
My goodness, Team Terror decided to, might have been a little bit too aggressive there, as some of the players are being taken
third
out.
party by LH Doyu. They finally made their way up from Novorodnoye. They'd get the knock and finish there on Team Terror. And oh no, they have gone down, it looks like.
Team Terror rips in the chat as they were getting third party by LHW, and that's something we're going to see by a lot of teams, just pretty much being able to go and pick up kills. Oh, watch out, you can't stay out for too long. You cooked that grenade for a little bit too long. LHW just getting kills left and right, and they go ahead and push as soon as everybody went down. You know what? Let's go ahead and push, loot up as fast as we can, because more than likely, we are going to have to move towards the next safe zone.
Definitely. That was really impressive shooting there all the way around from LHW. That's China's #1 finishing team in the qualifiers. They took out Europe's #2 team, Big Russian Bot, there after India's top team, Terror, was wiped out. So a lot of action going on, and that's one thing that I'm seeing develop here is a lot of third-party action. When two squads are fighting, look for a third squad to kind of chip in from the sidelines there and try to take advantage for themselves.
And Illuminate against Team Japan. Team Japan going up against GG. What are they going to do here? They're going to go ahead and try to engage. I don't think they even realize that another team's right next to him. Oh, we're going to actually start seeing a lot of smokes here as they're just trying to get through this terrain. GG waiting patiently. Ooh, he's actually, one of his teammates got knocked down. I didn't even notice that. And look at this, Team Japan just waiting patiently in the ground.
Look at that, Baraka's getting a knock right now on RRQ Athena over elsewhere on the maps. That's a really big engagement there as well. Baraka's having an insane game so far. He's already racked up 4 kills, and he's looking for more.
And GG there on a bad spot as they are not inside the safe zone. And now Team Japan noticed that as well. More than likely, they're going to back up a little bit and just wait for them to peek and come towards them so they can get them easy claps, baby. Team Japan looking really good there.
Oh, this zone. This is the worst final zone I think that exists on Erangel. This is oftentimes the battle of will it go north or will it go south of that river. And it looks like GT Doyu in that tower right on the banks is in prime position to hold it, and we'll see how they do holding that division. Oh, look at this.
Oh my God, just a barrier
Baraka
above
out.
the cars. Baraka out, actually. Whoa, okay, but Illuminate, look at this barrier by Illuminate. And right here, GG decides to go ahead and push, and Team Japan was ready. They were just waiting for them to go ahead and push. They knew that they couldn't stay out there for too long.
LH Doyu is knocking everybody. They just took out another one of Wildcard's members. Wildcard is out. They will go out in 13th place. It looks like, oh my goodness, so much happening right now. RRQ is in it with GT Doyu, but LH Doyu is literally knocking everybody right now. So many different members of different squads popping up. They're really, really impressive so far.
And something I'm seeing towards the background there, Stars is nearby, and they are just waiting
been
for
quiet.
Yeah, they're being quiet this whole game. They're just pretty much waiting there towards the end. More than likely, I've heard them say when the kills count towards the end, but they can also be aggressive.
Gangstars is notorious for kind of taking it slow early on, not really seeking a whole lot of action, but trying to find themselves very well positioned in the zone, moving very methodically and getting that best position early. This zone, however, the 2 spots that are the best positions have been occupied for a while now. GT Doyu right on the coast is really, really well positioned. And as we talked about, Gangstars, they are taking on LH Doyu right now with GT Doyu chipping in from the sidelines, helping them out.
With a nice DP28. If he actually decided to go ahead and take out the card, that would be huge. Gangstars just using those smokes. We have known they like to go ahead and just carry around 40 smokes between them. That is just an insane amount of smokes. Ooh, LHW pretty much just laying on the ground, laying down the fire with this UMP, trying to get somebody. And look at this, Team Japan! Oh my gosh, Team Japan getting pretty much unscathed there. Oh, they actually did lose one of their players, two of their players.
That was a suicide mission right there. They absolutely get destroyed going through the area. Unbelievable stuff, and it looks like Gangstar still content to hang out in the smokes as long as possible on that bank.
And Illuminate moving forward there towards the bank. That's something I actually never seen before. And here come the grenades. LHW playing this perfectly. Here come the nades, baby. Oh my goodness, how many nades does that man have?
Hopping in the car. Look at the timing there. Getting those cars into the zone. Nades out. Very, very well-oiled machine here. You see Evo's knocking CPT at the same time here.
And GT just trying to get them in. There you go. He got what he's wanted. That is Team Japan, I believe. That was the last player for Team Japan. And GTOU here just trying to finish. They actually got one more. Just ooh, careful. We saw what happened there earlier too. I believe it was Seagut from Wildcard. Oh my gosh. Gangstars right next to him. LHW just coming in and just clearing people off. LHW playing that perfectly. Angry is very nearby. And oh my
look
goodness.
At this. Did he just get punched?
No, Angry. I think it was actually Sute. Sute came and cleared him up. Gangstars takes out LHW there on that exchange. Sute, the only one alive for Gangstars.
Absolutely clutching it. Comes in and squad wipes LHW. What a turn of events right there on the ropes. But what happened was he chose the 2 knock players to take out and left up Angry, who got off some shots. Sute comes in, gets the clutch finish.
GTOU here now starting to get some shots here on Illuminate. Illuminate is in a very bad spot here. If they decide to peek, they're just going to go ahead and get taken out. And here we go. He sees another player. More than likely, he's going to go ahead and try to blow up the car.
That car is going to be done.
That car is gone.
Smokes are out.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. He's able to go ahead and explode the car and just take him out. But Illuminate still has 2 players underwater trying to move around and position themselves a little bit better. GTOU using those smokes
still in advantage. And they have just taken out CPT. It looks like Sute goes down to Majed from the Middle East. And oh my goodness, Gangstars is out as well. RRQ on the receiving end from some GT Doyu bullets.
RRQ Athena here going up against BTR. GTOU, my gosh, look at this madness right here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting closer to the end of the game as GTOU is now starting to push this sniper tower.
This circle is tiny and there's still 17 people alive, 6 teams left, fighting to get that top spot here in game number 1 of the global finals.
BTR jumps out. He's gonna get the AKM. He actually decides to back up. He's gonna be able to come out. He does
Sucks
take
it
one
with
down.
the huge kill, but he gets
taken out as
knocked.
well.
Oh my goodness, this is madness. Look at how many players in these smokes. It's just gonna be a complete luck fest. Who finds who first?
GTOU looking very strong right now. They do have Lucy very close by. They also have other players as they start jumping up. You don't want to jump up out in the open like that. GTOU is looking very, very deadly here as they're just waiting patiently in the circle. It is so small, and here comes the grenades, ladies and gentlemen, as GTOU is going to start pushing. Oh my gosh, this is an amazing push here by GTOU.
Nade's gonna go off, and they're gonna make their final push. There it is, he gets the kill. Team eliminated.
Oh, GTOU actually gets taken out there by Luxy. Is he gonna be able to finish them off? As another person, there you go, GTOU being able to get the finish. Is he gonna be able to pick up his teammate? As now Rusi is starting to move around, takes one down from GTOU, ladies and gentlemen.
This is crazy. You guys see the status right there on the screen. Evos and Bigatron with 4 members left alive. RRQ pushing in with their final 2, Senior and Q2E making their way in. It looks like they are going to try to hold this shack and get grenades up into the window here, but QC is really holding serve here. He's got great position and a perfect line of fire.
How have the tables there? GTOU now having a height advantage. They could actually go ahead and just loot those bodies as fast as they can. And oh my gosh!
Wow.
They blew up the cars! GTOU with the 200 IQ move there. They say they're too close to those cars. You know what? Let's just go ahead and finish them off.
So again, we've got Evos and GTOU both finished 2nd place in their region. And look at this, Evos taking down. Oh, and there it is, Evos, the confidence does pay off, and they get the win in game 1 of the global finals. Our top 3, Evos in number 1, and I didn't see the rest because it moved on. We'll cover that though in just a moment.
GTOU with a lot, and I mean a lot of kills there on that match. They were aggressive, keep in mind, 15 points per kill. Evos, they're looking happy, baby. They were in the right spot.
One team that really did well was GTOU. I believe they finished in 2nd place. RRQ Athena in 3rd place. All 3 of those teams expected to perform very well. None of them disappointed. GTOU, though, with tons of kills that game in that optimal position the entire time. Cannot wait to see what the scoreboard says here shortly.
Big congrats to Evos for taking that chicken dinner to start off the tournament here. GTOU not only getting 2nd there, but also getting 2nd in the exhibition match as well. So they've got to be kind of feared, I think, coming into this tournament.
Reasonably, I think that is one of the things. I mean, if you can make a habit of getting 2nd place every game, you're going to win the tournament. That's just a really, really consistent showing, and they have not only been consistent, but they're being aggressive, they're making shots. Really, really solid stuff from all the teams really this game.
And Evo is there just being able to go ahead and take that first win. That is definitely going to go ahead and boost up their confidence even more. And I cannot wait to go ahead and see how they come out on game number 2. And something you mentioned, GTOU actually finishing 2nd place on the exhibition match and now on this first ranked match. What are they gonna go ahead and try to change some stuff, because they have been playing very, very aggressive.
You don't change anything when you're finishing like that, my friend. You keep doing what you're doing, you rack up those points, and you rocket yourself right up the scoreboard. So at the end of day 1, you're sitting in that top spot.
I think something is exemplified from what we've seen here in game number 1. We now understand why Cloud9 was like, oh, Evo's just knocked us. Maybe we should back off a little bit, because they showed in that game that they are definitely very fearsome and something to contend with.
Definitely so. At the end of the game, Evos was blessed with a little bit of zone shift there. GTOU had to move out from that tower, and Evos was in prime position waiting for them. Somehow they were able to avoid most of that final fight between RQ, Athena, and I mean, it was like just kind of waiting on the sidelines to see what happened, and we'll take the winner.
Yeah, there was so much action going on there between GTOU and just RRQ that honestly we didn't even pay attention there to Evos, and Evos just came in and he just took it like a champ.
Mark of a good team.
That's right, let's take a look at some of the highlights here, brought to you by Samsung Galaxy Note 9.
Jumping into the action, Illuminate early on, taking on a Galaxy team here, knocking a guy early, and this is where you saw the Samsung employees take off on a track meet from Small Power here, and ultimately they made it pretty far into the match, but probably didn't get the placement they were hoping for.
And LHW being able to go ahead and take the high ground there in Noble, finishing those kills, making sure to get those knocks, and actually right here, great place by them because they were able to go ahead and take people down. And earlier, as we were talking about Cloud9 against GTOU, they're super early in the game. They engage, they knock one another, and then they say, you know what, let's back up a little bit.
Rolex's mom and dad right there on screen actually cheering on their son as he takes out one of the EVOS members. Unfortunately, they do go out early. A disappointing finish for them in the first game. And then we've got Hero getting blown up there by GT Doyu. What an impressive performance from them. I want to say that LH Doyu was some of the best aim of the tournament so far. And you see Wildcard C got here getting crossed, trying to get across that river.
And Team Japan here playing this perfectly. They knew they had to push, blowing up that car, being able to get this easy kills. And LHW here just getting an amazing rush there. But Sute coming out on top of that engagement. Right here, GTOU under the bridge, waiting for eliminated people to go ahead and come out of that water and finish them off. And that grenade, I believe actually they blew up the car, being able to go ahead and take down those two players there from RRQ.
One of the dangers of having so many vehicles is you risk having them exploded. But look at that. Huge victory there for Team EVOS. They are confident, they are good, and they are currently at top dog in game number 1.
Definitely good points coming in here, but look at that. Who gets the most kills? It's Doyu overall. That's some, not only baby
wow,
shot, that's some,
look at that. The Chinese team's absolutely destroying everyone else. The number 1 and number 2 teams from China putting up a combined 34 kills between them.
My gosh.
Wow.
That's some daddy sharks
wow.
right there.
I knew that LH Doyu put together an impressive performance. You saw what GT Doyu did, but those numbers right there, yeah, I'm scared.
I mean, the big problem is that for all of the teams, EVOS, despite them actually coming first in that game, they didn't get anywhere near the amount of kills that the other two teams did, and they were quite high up in the ranks, especially
GT
GT.
Doyu finished in 2nd place. You can see big shout out to Baraka there, really holding it down, sitting in that shack there at the beginning of that fight. Really good stuff from them, but you see a lot of the Asian teams dominating the kill scoreboard there. EVOS with a couple of members, LH Doyu with a couple of members, GT Doyu with a couple of members. Really nice stuff.
2 players there just currently tied with 8 kills already after game 1. My gosh, that's pretty awesome to see, to be completely honest. LH, Doyu Ace, and GT Akan tied with 8 kills for the most kills so far in the tournament.
I think that's very important to know, is that in the PUBG Mobile, in the game itself, we've seen it throughout regionals and regionals and regionals. Very rarely do you see teams in